of the crown, echoes of the sound, ashes of the past form the present, and the future is now. They can't wait till another goes down. I am the path of destruction, and I'm here right now.
Greetings, every peoples! This is your cult personality, ToonKriticY2K's name. Tunes are the name of my game, and welcome back to the Sketchpad, my little interview show where I review people all around the Brony community fandom place. Wow, that's a great fumble. But, yes, this is the place where you get to see me interview all these cool people, whether they're from the fandom itself or from the show, and we're going with somebody from the show today. I have with me Miss Claire Corlett.
Hello, every pony.
First off, it is a huge honor to have a talented voice actress like yourself on here.
Thank you.
Claire, for those that do not know who you are, please introduce yourself.
Well, hello, my name is Claire Corlett, as you already know, and I play Sweetie Belle. I do the voice of Sweetie Belle on Friendship is Magic, My Little Pony.
Ah, yes, one of the lovable Cutie Mark Crusaders that everybody fawns over and loves. Yeah, I actually did a poll with some of my fans over who was the best Cutie Mark Crusader, and, you know, Sweetie Belle was number one, so I'm actually very surprised about that.
Well, that is the correct answer and makes sense to me.
Alright, so, as I usually, first question I go with people, what got you into doing voice acting, and how long have you been doing it?
Well, my dad would be the appropriate answer here. He let my brother and I try it out when we were young kids. I actually couldn't read at the time that he introduced me to this, like, kind of profession. So I just kind of tried to copy the way that my dad and my brother said their lines and scripts. So I really started, like, actually auditioning for things at about 5 years old. And I guess I've been doing it for 11 years now.
And your father is, of course, Mr. Ian Corlett, who is a voice actor on Friendship is Magic and has done many, many different roles in the past.
Yes, he is all throughout everybody's childhoods.
So, how did you make the leap to professional voice acting?
Well, I think anyone could say that I've been doing professional acting for a while now. Like, I was probably 4 when I actually knew what acting was. Actually, scratch that. I knew how to act and be a drama queen since I was, like, pretty much born and out of the womb. I've been acting since I was 5. So I've been on and off screen acting. I've been on and off on-screen acting, but now I'm kind of getting more into that at this time of my life. And I guess there was no leap, really. I just kind of was plunked into it at 5.
How would you say voice acting has changed or enriched your life as both an actress and as a person?
I don't remember much about being 5 years old and having, like, those types of thoughts, like, oh, wow, I'm so glad to have this job. I just love this. But I'm super grateful now about all of this, about My Little Pony, about any cartoon, any commercial, radio thing, any person I've met in this industry. So voice acting has definitely changed and enriched my life. And it's really weird and cool that most kids my age don't have jobs and they don't actually know what they're passionate about or what they want to do in the future. But I do, so voice acting has, like, 100% made my life cooler and more easy to, like, figure out just things in general of, like, what I want to do in the future. And, for example, I think that it makes me a cooler person because now when I'm waiting in line in Disneyland rides or I am in Target and I see a kid pick up, like, Sweetie Belle or Tiny Pteranodon, and I'll just be like, hey there, kiddo. And then I can kind of have a conversation from there, and I'm at their level, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, it would be just a tiny bit creepy if you're, like, in your 20s and talking to a kid with that voice. It'd be like, Voice
Yeah.
does not fit character. Does not compute.
My dad, well, it's not so much about not fitting the character, but my dad has done that before. Like we were in Target and he said to this kid, he's like, "So you like Dinosaur Train?" And he was about to do the conductor, and then the kid's just like, and takes the toy and runs away. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
So, what do you enjoy the most about acting, and what do you dislike the most about it?
Okay, well, I'm gonna split it up into on-screen and voice acting here
Sure.
because they are very different, but also they're the same, but not really. So on screen, I love learning about any sort of new technical terms and like what everyone's job is on the set. Cameras included, like everything. So I'm interested in my surroundings and I'm actually very nerdy that way. And I love asking questions too. I will never shut up about asking questions. I just camera angles, directions, lighting changes, all that kind of stuff. I just like freak out, nerd out about that. I really love it. But voice acting, it's pretty much the same thing, but you tend to already know everyone inside and outside of the glass of the recording studio and what they do already. So there's not many like questions to ask there. Like by the time you get into your first few gigs and stuff, you kind of already know everyone. And I don't dislike anything. Okay, well maybe the fact that on screen is usually really long drives, long days, long hours, long waits, but it's all worth it to me. I mean, voice acting, sometimes, well, I don't know, you get stuck with Tabitha, and that's just really not fun. Just kidding. I love my Aunt Tabitha. She's my favorite.
Oh, were you still going on?
No, that's it. Really don't dislike anything. I mean, everything is worth it in the end to me.
All right, that's a good attitude to have.
Yeah.
All right, so now we move on to, the Brony Pony questions. So, as you know, when the show was first starting off in season 1, they started to make BronyCon. All these awesome conventions started sprouting up, and now we have like conventions in like almost every major state, every country, just about. So, what was your first Brony convention experience like?
Oh, weird. It was really frightening. And I was amazed and frightened and confused. I was like every emotion. I was pretty much in some type of like shock, I think. Because my first convention was at Everfree Northwest in, I think, maybe like 2012, 2013, maybe? I don't know. I vlog at all of my cons now, but I didn't really, for my first one, I didn't have a video that I edited. I just took like 3 or 4 short videos on my mom's iPhone, and then I just uploaded it to YouTube from there. So I should actually go rewatch those. I don't know what was going on in my brain at that time, apart from the fact that I was frightened, but also really excited about all of it. But I loved it, though. I really loved my first convention experience. I thought conventions were so cool after that. And all the ones I go to now is just, like, a great experience to have again. I cannot wait to go to, like, every other convention. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's my goal to at least one of them all around. Like I want to go to one that's like in Seattle. I want to go to one that's like overseas. It's like I want to go to like the big ones all over just to experience it once.
Yeah, I've only done Canada and America, so I'm like ready. Come on, Germany. Come on, other places like I don't know, the Czech Republic has one maybe, or Russia. Russia, I don't know. Yeah, I'm waiting for those overseas ones too.
Or Australia or London, etc.
Oh yeah, Australia. Yeah.
That'd be a good place. So, what's your favorite piece of fan work that someone has given you?
Well, okay. I've got a ton of posters, but recently at BabsCon, I think it was, I was given this, like, amazing large poster, which I actually still have. And I uploaded, I think, an electronic version to Instagram, and it's me and Sweetie Belle playing a video game,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, it's super cute. There's like a pink background, and like the drawing is just really cute, and I just love it. I love everything. I love like carvings, paper, twisty art stuff, things, buttons, painting, sketches, like anything. Because when someone is like going to give me a piece of art that they've made, it is 100% better than anything I can do. So I'm already amazed, and I think it's just amazing. I appreciate them all, and I say this a lot, but like I really do love art because, like I said, I can not draw to save my life. So
Join the
anyone
club.
could do anything. Yeah, anyone could do anything, and I'd be amazed. Like, whoa, how'd you do that? And they're like, a pencil, and I'm like, wow. But I'm waiting for the day when someone's gonna bring me a scratch and sniff, because I think that's like the next level of brony art.
Yeah, it's just like with me, just like, yeah, I get fan art all the time. Yeah, I can totally make art. See, here's the Great Stick Figure War of 2072 with realistic blood. That was just
Yeah.
that's just Kool-Aid I accidentally got on it.
Yeah.
So, if I may, I wanted to ask you like one bonus question, if that is all right.
Yeah, go for it.
So, since you play Sweetie Belle, how much do you think she has changed since you first started playing her in Season 1 up until now?
Ooh, well, okay, well, I have gone through puberty, and, well, I guess still kind of going through puberty, so the voice has definitely changed. Um, which I'm sure everyone has noticed already.
Mm-hmm.
I do not hide that fact. No one does. You can't really. I think Sweetie Belle has become more aware of, like, her goal. Like, when they first began, the Cutie Mark Crusaders as a whole, when they first began trying to search for their cutie marks, they were always, like, they really didn't have set plans to necessarily go and do something. And as each season progresses, I think they become more, not critical, but they become more aware, and they're kind of more organized about what they're actually going to do per day, rather than, oh, let's just do this and this and this and this. They actually have like a pattern of what they want to accomplish on some day. So I think they're becoming more organized, and I think that that's probably going to lead them to a better place, because the more organized you are, the more stuff you get done. And that's kind of like a real life motto right there.
Yeah. So here's a fun little question. I believe I asked Marika this on one of the first Sketchpads that I did. If you could have the chance to revoice a character from a Disney movie, any Disney movie at all, who would you pick?
Oh, well, Ariel's my favorite princess, so I would think, I mean, I like Ariel and Rapunzel and Meredith from the Brave one, the movie. But I think I can't do a Scottish accent, so I think I'd stick with Ariel. And I really like her songs too. I think that, I don't know, I would have to pick Ariel.
All right, that's a good choice. Now on to the serious stuff. I know, herder, we're going down into the serious territory. Source mode activate. What do you think keeps you going, and what helps motivate you to create more?
Well, it is very easy to say that all of my viewers, fans, whatever you want to call them, I think someone actually made a fan page and they started calling all my fans Claire Bears, which I think is kind of cool. It's really cute. It's a cute nickname. But it's definitely the fans that like keep me going. So it's very comforting to know that someone's going to look at my stuff. And so I create for myself. Like, I create what I want to make, and I kind of know while I'm making them that at least like 200 people will still want to see it. And speaking of like people watching videos, my Brony documentary has like just exploded way more than I ever thought. And it still amazes me right now of how many views this has. I think it's at like 22,000 views, which is way more than any of my other videos get, which means that you guys are sharing it around a whole bunch. I saw it posted on a whole bunch of popular like Twitter pages, websites. It's amazing. So like you guys definitely keep me going. The bronies are always there for me. And like I just love it. I love all you guys. But if I'm gonna give a ton of credit to one person in particular, it's gonna sound very weird. But like YouTube speaking, I am going to give a ton of credit to myself because, yep, I'm also really selfish. I'm a major perfectionist and like motivator person. And I think I can say I do a very good job at pumping myself up to easily start doing like a million things. If I get an idea, I just write it down right away. And like I make all the random crappy ideas I come up with, I make them eventually into something I kind of like. So you guys keep me going and you motivate me. But at the end of the day, like this is a really long answer, but like I create what I want, and it's really cool to know that all you guys are like okay with what I want to create and you enjoy it anyway. Like I said, that my Brony documentary, you guys were just so incredibly supportive about that. So all I can say is like thank you a ton.
I love the documentary personally. I think it's really cool to see somebody from the show, like, diving into the experience with the fans, making a whole big fan, like documentary experience about it. It's really impressive to see how that turned out in the end. And I think a lot of people like have a lot more respect for you now, I think, over it. And it's really interesting. I think when we had a Brony Tale, back with Ashley Ball and her experience, and now we have this for the next one.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, the only three I know of are, well, the extremely whatever fans.
Extremely Unexpected.
Yeah, Unexpected, yeah, that's the one. And the Brony Tale, and then mine. So that's the only three I know about. Oh, and actually Saber Spark has a thing. It's not really like a documentary, but it's like a YouTube video or something just explaining of what bronies are, kind of. Those are the only things I've really heard about. But yeah, I put a lot of effort into that. So I'm actually very glad because it definitely paid off.
Yeah, it is really cool to see some people from the show interacting with the YouTube crowd. Like, most especially Michelle Creeper and Black Griffin. It is so awesome to see those two work together. And it's like a really nice bridge between the fandom and the show,
Yeah, it's really awesome. Yeah.
So what tips would you give to anyone for, aspiring voice actors, voice actresses, etc.?
Take acting classes. I mean, they're going to help you. If you want to strictly do voiceover stuff, if you're here in Vancouver, you're in tons of luck because it's definitely the place to do it. And there's a ton of people who do classes. I think Mareka actually does them. Lee Tokar does them. So you're...
Kathy Westlook?
Yes. A whole bunch of people that, like, I could just go on and on about them, but I don't know all of them. If you live in Toronto, LA, New York, or even Chicago and here, you live in a place where there's a ton of luck. But like if you live in the Yukon territories and you want to be a voice actor and you don't ever want to move from there, like it's not gonna happen. And I think you should probably rethink your profession choice or, your living quarter situation. I mean, it's hard to like get into this kind of stuff, especially in the film business. It's huge right now. And if you can get in, quote unquote, then that's ways of getting in, like taking acting classes. But let's not forget that you have to work hard. I mean, there's no easy way of doing any of this. Unless your dad is Goku and like a million other characters from everyone's childhood in the late 80s and 90s. And then he can just pop you right in. That's me.
Just like, yeah, my daughter is like extremely cool. Can she be in this? Cool.
Yeah.
That must really help though. I wish my parents were like somebody popular, just like, hey, Dad, I'm kind of bored. Can I be in your film? Sure, son. Why not? Who do you want to be? I want to be the main character, but I'm the main character. I don't care.
When I was 5, that was kind of how it went. But I mean, now I'm kind of like I guess I can say I'm self-sufficient in that area. I don't really need like my dad's like magical touch to like help me get anywhere now. They know that I'm related to him for sure, but I have like my own agent now. But back then it was just my dad who was my agent. So things have really changed from back when I was a kid starting and now.
So, at the end of the day, what do you want to be remembered for? Do you want to be remembered for, just being Sweetie Belle, or do you want to be known for more than just that?
100% I want to be known for more than just that My Little Pony character or that Dinosaur Train character, anything like that. I mean, I want to do as much as possible. And a quote that my friend always has, I 100%, I think it's amazing and I agree with it. When she is asked the question, what do I want to be remembered for? And this kind of goes for everyone and I really like it. It's just being a good person for kindness and for my talents. So anything in the future that I do, I want to have like a step up from Sweetie Belle. Like I don't know, get into a really popular TV series and everyone loves your character. And then from there you get called to do this and that and this and that, and on screen or voice acting. And I want to be remembered for being a good person, for my kindness, and for the talents that will hopefully emerge in the future.
All right, that sounds very good. It sounds like a good way to end this. So, thank you, Claire, for coming on to this. Is there any kind of social media or people that you'd like to promote?
Yes, I would like to promote myself and only myself.
I'd like to thank the Academy for being me and being just me.
Thank you to my mom and my dog, and all of my family members, my lovely older brother. I wouldn't be here where I am. I have a Twitter if you want to go and check it out. It's Claire M. Corlett. No spaces, no capitals. I also have a YouTube channel. If you go to youtube.com, you search in my full name or you search in Claire Coconut, Coacoanutz or Z, depending on where you live. I upload videos every Saturday. You can go check one out because I uploaded one today because today is Saturday and it is a very good video of a Disney World vlog. So you can go check that out. You can go check out all the conventions I've been to there, anything like that. And for pretty much all of my other social media, it goes hand in hand with my Twitter. They're all the same username, I think. So, yeah, go check it out.
It is also on this Twitter where you will find some of the most amusing vines ever.
Oh, yes. That links to my Twitter, so you can easily find that there and then subscribe to me of all those things. Yep.
All right. So, once again, thank you so much for taking time to, do this.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
And is there anything you'd like to say to people as Sweetie Belle before we hang this up?
Thanks for watching, everybody. Oh, I mean, every pony. Yeah. Keep watching season 5. Woohoo!